First of all, I like to say thank God, man. 73 years old, man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, very blessed to have this 2021, March 19th, a blessed day. First of all, I'd like to thank God. Then I'd like to thank Miss Carolyn Evans Shabazz for giving me that proclamation on March the 2nd, 2021. And I'd like to thank our mayor, Sylvester Turner, for signing off on that proclamation, making March the 2nd, 2021 as Robert Boone Lee Williams Day. Boy, that's awesome, man. Thank you. And most of all, I'd like to thank my remarkable Facebook family, who are you guys. And most of all, too, I got to thank Jack Yates family for all the support that you guys have been giving me. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the birthday wishes of Miss Brenda Zeno, thank you, Brenda. And for the beautiful birthday wishes of Miss Sharon Howell, thank you, Sharon. That is beautiful, man. What you and Brenda did, it brings tears to my eyes to see that y'all actually really appreciate what I do. And you know, I want to take this time out to let you know, Facebook family, how much I appreciate y'all and some of the things that happens that make these videos possible for me to go out there and video. And I want to thank my cousin out there in San Felipe, Darlene. She's like my sister. She's like a baby sister I never had. That's my first cousin out there in San Felipe. And also my cousin out there in Brookshire, Tina. Thank y'all, man, for all the support y'all give me on Facebook. You know, I got other cousins too, but you know, they're not really off into Facebook. But I'd like to say thank you, Facebook family, because it's y'all that makes me energized to go out there and do some of the videos that I do. But most of all, I want to let you, Facebook family, and Jack Yates family know, behind the scenes is Mr. Jerry Shepherd. Because it's a lot of time I don't feel like going out there and doing these videos. Because I get depressed. Because I don't see nobody supporting this. I see a lot of people liking it, but I don't see nobody supporting it. And I get to the point that I asked Jerry, I say, Jerry, man, I don't, just like this last video, without Jerry Shepherd, the last video about the elementary schools closing down, a lot of that credit goes to Jerry Shepherd, because I really didn't feel like going out there and doing it, because I feel like didn't nobody really appreciate what I was doing. They might appreciate it, but they wasn't supporting it. And I even went this year and got a 501(c) to show that this is tax deductible, just like the churches. Nobody even said nothing. And I don't want to be the type of person that's begging you, because God is blessing me with the covenant of faith. That family, I can't forget about that family, because that family is what keeps food in my mouth, keep food on the table, and help me go out there and do some of these videos. Pastor Luther Walker, his wife, Rudine, and Brother Glenn Barnhill, and his wife, Miss Cindy, and the man who do our sound, Mr. Claude, and his wife, Kim. This is my covenant of faith family that put bread on the table for me to eat, that keeps Boone Lee production alive. It wouldn't be for covenant of faith, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy any of this video, because wasn't nobody donating nothing to these videos. They liking it and they appreciating it, and I appreciate that too. But they wasn't supporting it. And if you want to support it, or if you want to give something for my birthday to help support me continue doing these videos, it's a Cash App you can use. It's listed right below the screen here. It's $BOO 9420. Again, let me repeat it again. It's a It's 9420 small b o at Cash App. And then if you want to be able to write this off as a tax deductible, you can. It's right at the bottom of the screen. It's Zelle. Z-E-L-L-E. Every bank got it. And you can, and you ain't giving out none of your private information. You can go to Zelle and you can type in History Man, HISTORYMANN 13 at gmail.com. Again, it's right at the bottom of the screen. Zelle. Every bank got it, and you can use this as a tax deductible. We are a non-profit organization. Again, Zelle, HISTORYMANN 13 at gmail.com. Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate something that you can do to help us. Because I don't want to sound like I'm begging, because I hate to beg. You can give $1. You don't have to give no big money. You can give $2, whatever you can afford to show that you're appreciating this. This is tax deductible. You get your money back. You got a receipt showing that you're giving to this organization. Anyway, let's move on. Now, since we got the finance out the way, I'd like to thank all of you guys for making this possible. And just last year, on my birthday, last year, 2020, I got through with this video that I make every year, because I celebrate my video of my birthday with you guys. So like I said, I don't have a big family. I don't have a big family. Again, I got one son, no grandkids, and 3 or 4 first cousins. And rest of my family is with you guys here on Facebook. And my Jack Yates family, and I can't forget about Phyllis Wheatley, Booker T. Washington. All you guys, man, I appreciate y'all. And what we did, because I noticed that we didn't have a Booker T. Washington page. I made a Booker T. Washington page about 3 or 4 years ago, because they needed love too, you know. They want their school and their class to be recognized too. Because see, it wasn't but 5 black high schools in HISD history here in Houston, and that was the first one, Booker T. Washington, which was colored high. And in 1927, they changed it over to Booker T. Washington. And in 1926, Jack Yates opened over there at 2610 Elgin. And then a year later, in 1927, they opened up Phyllis Wheatley out there in 5th Ward, which was over there off of Lyons and Grigg. And then later on, they opened up Cashmere, which was supposed to be open for whites, but blacks were moving out there so quickly. Whites did not want the school, and they wound up giving the school to blacks. And then in 1958 of January, they went and opened up, Mr. Evan E. Worthen opened up a school, because HISD said they did not have any money to open up any schools for the kids out there in Sunnyside. Because see, Sunnyside really didn't get to be part of Houston until 1956. But even at the 56, HISD did not want to build them kids a school out there in Sunnyside. So Mr. Evan E. Worthen, who was a real estate man and had a lot of rent houses up in all in Sunnyside, he got with the ministers in Sunnyside and told them that he would build a school on his own property, and he would finance it with his own money to make sure the kids out of Sunnyside would have a school out there. And that school was Evan E. Worthing on Belford. That property that later on became Christopher Adams. But that property right there and that building was donated by Mr. Evan E. Worthing. And Mr. Evan E. Worthing been giving scholarships to blacks ever since 1950. They just show you how much he was offering the black education. And I want to say thank you guys for all the support y'all been giving me on these videos. And we want to do more. That's why we asking for some kind of support. And just when I get ready to say Jerry, I'm talking about Mr. Jerry Shepherd, because he's behind the scenes on a lot of these videos I go out there and do, because it's his spirituality that helps me to go out there and do that and give me the mental mind to do this. Because sometimes I get disgusted. I'm telling you all straight. It's not the idea I need the money. No, I don't need the money. But I'm blessed with the covenant of faith to have finance to keep me living. And with the covenant to show you how God is, just as they had this coronavirus the same time last year, 2020 on March 19th. In fact, in the 18th of March of 2020, our mayor had to close down the Fat Stock Show, which we call it today as the Houston Rodeo, because of this virus. And this virus then killed a whole bunch of people, millions of people in the last year. And I was in the hospital with the virus. That's when I found out how many people actually cared about my well-being and how strong prayers are. Every Thursday night, Pastor Luther invites me to go to a prayer meeting. And I wondered why I didn't share my prayer last night, because God wanted me to share it with you guys. And because you guys seen it firsthand when I was in the hospital up there in Austin. And I want to say God is awesome. God answers prayers. And that's what the prayer line was about last night. God answering prayers. And I share it with you because you guys was the one who seen the prayers being answered. You guys seen how bad a shape I was in. If I would have went home that night and slept in my own bed, I wouldn't be able to live today to make this video. But your prayers, show you how strong your prayers was 2 months ago when I was in a bad condition with that coronavirus. And y'all prayers was answered. If it wasn't answered, look at me today on my birthday. Look at me March the 2nd, 2021, to be able to accept that proclamation that our council lady made history in Houston, being the first Houston Jack Yates city councilman to be able to give a proclamation to another Jack Yates. That never happened. Not only in Jack Yates, even in all the HISD school districts, in all the Harris County school districts, not just HISD, but all of the school districts. Carolyn Evans Tabar, along with Sylvester Turner, along with myself, made history March the 2nd, 2021. And here is my birthday, 17 days later. And you ain't gonna tell me I ain't grateful? I just want to say thank you, Facebook family. Thank you all, and a special thanks to Miss Brenda Zeno, the beautiful card that she gave me on Facebook, and also Miss Sharon Hall. Thank you guys, and for all you other guys who have wished me a happy birthday, thank y'all. From the bottom of my heart, I'm very grateful to have Facebook.